left off last time was a little bit disappointing, but where we left off in the middle of the week, when I had Brisket type at you for a little while, he explained that his estimation of the political outcome of the vile Leznik's death has been proven incorrect, and instead of political upheaval requiring his influence to put an end to, and thus securing him as a potent and wise leader in the city's council, he has found out that the council has in fact stabilized very quickly and has downsized, including removing him from it.
Damn.
Dang.
Can we vote him back in?
I mean, you can't.
What if we tried really hard?
How would you go about doing that?
Assuming how do we go about doing that?
I mean, why don't we go meet with this council first and see what the state of affairs is?
I guess.
Then maybe ascertain whether or not they are still willing to have an alliance with us. And if they are totally unamenable to it, then we just leave. If some people are into it, maybe we'll go from there and see if there's any way we can levy any more support.
All right.
But if they are completely against it, unless they have something extremely lucrative to offer us, I'm not really sure how much we should invest.
All right. Then we should leave him alone and get eaten by the mushrooms.
That would be.
We'll take care of that after we rest.
Yeah. All right.
Brisket looks very unhappy at the current situation.
How you doing, Brisket?
I am very unhappy at the current situation.
Yeah, that sucks.
How would you describe your feelings about the current situation?
Unhappy.
I give him a pat on the shoulder.
Well, you reach down and you pat his shoulder.
Yep.
It's
Bony?
bony, yeah.
Ew.
All right, yeah. I mean, and this is post we've have rested, right?
You are in the process of resting.
Okay.
Brisket, it will be happy to awaken you at the beginning of the next day, as the skitter can count them. And
I do the scooter can count.
much the same as you do.
Oh, okay. But how?
Very carefully.
Okay. Hey. There are lights?
Yes,
Oh, why? The skitter can see in the dark.
up to 60 feet, not
Oh.
further.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's also nice. It's a very nice convenience. What if they get guests that cannot see in the dark? Eh?
Well, I mean, I don't imagine they think about that. They live underground.
That is, you cannot generalize like that. You're going to be.
Our dark vision is convenient when there is no light, but it's still useful to have a light source in many cases.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I suppose that having a light source like illuminating everything probably, well, has its safety advantages. Eh.
Oh,
I mean-
yes, has truly cut down on crime.
Oh, I mean, I thought predators. I didn't even think crime was a thing down here.
Probably predators too.
I don't know why, but the concept of the rat people having a crime problem never even struck me. What? Like,
what city doesn't have crime?
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't know.
it's a
I kinda-
civilization.
I kind of have this very. I like the rat people. I don't know. Get off my back.
Hey, you say that now, but then one of the rat people's gonna mug you.
I hope not.
Watch out for dark places then. Rat crime.
Not crime.
Sounds like a TV show.
It is.
Wait a
Guys,
minute.
you guys have TV
Wait.
down here?
No, no, no.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
So, I guess we should meet with the
In the
Rat
future
Council.
Logos campaign, Rat Cops is a
Yeah, in the
Very-
Starfinder Logos campaign.
What you gonna do?
Logos Modern.
All right. So when can we meet with the Council of Rats?
I'm sorry, but I have to do one more thing. In Rat Cops, the most famous line there, it's sort of like there's the slogan of the show after uttered quite loudly by one particular perpetrator. Cheese it, it's the fuzz.
I quit the
Oh.
game. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.
I want to meet the giant rat who makes all the rules.
Well, there is no singular giant rat that makes all the rules.
Isn't there though? Isn't there?
As Brisket explained to you, there are in fact 7 rats.
One of them is giant, and he's probably the shadow ruler.
Well, I mean, he would like to think so, but you spend the night after Tatsu uses the remainder of the food to produce a filling meal, and you have, unfortunately have not to look forward to at this point, but the local fare and your trail rations. And after a night's sleep, in which you bedded on ancient dwarven stone berths, you awaken the next day to the sounds of Skitterkin intoning obeisances to Aniria in the main temple room, and Lord Keeper Vrisket walking into your chambers to inform you that I have arranged a meeting with the council for today.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes, yes. Isn't it good to say? Yes, yes.
It's a lot of affirmation going on.
You should all try.
Okay, we'll go.
All right. I'm ready.
I was going to try drawing this Skitterkin, but then I didn't, so never mind.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll have to use I'll have to use my word drawings. Yes. Anyway.
yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Brisket leads you out of the Temple of Emiria and back into the crowded streets of the city, up onto the overway, so that you won't be trapped in the warren of thin and cramped alleys. Before he continues, he does turn around and, seeing the large number of people following, he asks, who is to be going to this meeting?
Me.
Yes, of course.
I will, I
you.
guess.
It would perhaps be more diplomatic to not arrive in the council chamber with a small army.
I'll go. Shinichi, you should come.
Mm.
Who else wants to come? Bafar, you can stand outside the door and guard it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go.
Your word is my command.
Yes.
I will stand outside this door, and if anybody tries to pass, no matter who they are, I will chop them down.
Pal, you can eat rat food.
What?
Yeah. We'll handle this.
Oh, that's. I might just.
I don't know. What do you want to do, pal?
I can't really bodyguard if I'm here eating food.
All right then. I guess you can come.
I could stand in the back.
All right.
Yes, this seems like a good sized group. 5, yes.
All
Am I
right.
still disguised as a Minotaur right now?
don't know.
You would have taken that off to go to sleep, or rather, it would have reset when you. Well, no, that's not really how it works. I really had to write down the rules for this thing so I can actually remember them, and so they don't change every time you ask me a question.
I mean, I also should not forget if I took it off or not, but I guess I did. Sorry.
Yeah, you're a centaur currently.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll put it on. It's just
What are you gonna turn
advantageous.
into?
I don't know. I will roll the 1d100.
Now I have to find my other book, which is over there.
You knew I would have a lot of fun with this necklace. 49.
Foolish eye.
Oh no, 49 is the one that turns into a boneless
Giant
pile
dick.
of a boneless pile of ooze.
Ah.
I mean, I'm
Sals,
very.
can there please be one where it's a boneless pile of ooze?
I imagine that's one.
That is tempting.
Oh. Don't tempt
49,
Sal.
you say?
49.
All right.
Boneless pile of ooze.
You
Come on,
become
baby.
bipedal again. As your skin darkens to a dusky gray, and a pair of horns are up from just behind your hairline as you
Oh.
become a particularly buff fiend.
Ah,
A troll.
it's Sal's fan troll.
What up, man? I'm gonna be
Wow.
doing the Jamaican, I guess.
No,
You're not.
let's not do that. Nuva, hello. Let's not.
Sorry, I was just copying a very famous MMO. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
I'm a troll now, I guess.
Uh-huh.
No, you're not.
Athene.
You're a fiend.
Oh, I'm a theme.
Yes.
Why did
That have been
Troll?
since altered. No, like this is a fiend.
I heard Rita's.
Fiend resemble D&D tieflings a lot more than they resemble Homestruck trolls now.
Okay.
What do you? What do I? Did I miss a conversation?
Yep.
At
A
some point?
long
Lenny.
time ago.
Okay. Okay.
Something about the whole troll thing, or Homestead troll thing made Sal's not want to do that.
Huh.
I thought like we were talking like troll, not Homestuck troll. That was very surprising. Okay, I blame
Yeah.
Rita for this one.
You have gray skin and black hair and horns.
Oh,
You wear color coordinated outfits.
That's not.
Your horns look like candy corn.
I
That's
can-
also absolutely
Also-
not true.
Also, everyone types in a completely different but all equally insufferable way.
They're called quirks, and it's a good comic. And shut up.
Oh wait, hey, hang on, sorry. Let me end my sentence properly to show that I'm telling a goof gaff.
Uh huh.
There you go.
Uh huh.
I've posted it. It's expressive of the fact that I am a chaotic jester type.
I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. Oh, I don't have Pathfinder open. That's probably.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
here, let me post it in the Discord too.
No, I'm getting there.
No, here you go. Here you go.
No.
I posted there too.
No, here I go. Not even looking. Here we go. Oh, I'm so excited to see what it is. I'm gonna ignore whatever message that was, and I'm just gonna wait until this loads. And oh, it's taking its sweet time. God, it's taking its sweet time. Well,
okay.
Still looks good.
oh, it's honk. I see.
Yeah, it's
I
honk.
see.
I regret the cells. I'm very sorry.
I don't.
All right, let's progress the story forward.
Alright.
the reader was bad.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Look who's calling the kettle black.
The pedal.
Pedala. I always knew that Jake was part bike.
Yep.
It was a dumb thing I just
I mean,
said.
most bicycle pedals are also black, but anyway.
I'm a 12 speed, yes. Okay, let's go.
You are led through the. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Anyway, the five of you are led through the various passageways of the um, raised bridge structures that uh, allow easy travel across the Skitterkin city, until you are eventually able to arrive at a large doorway. The area in front of this doorway has been cleared, and a fair number of Skitterkin in heavy armor and wielding long for a Skitterkin, glaives stand at what passes for attention around it. They're a little twitchy. Lord Keeper Vrisket leads you down the stairs into this open area and up towards the door. One of the guards nods to him after giving you all a apprising glare before knocking his glaive upon the door, whereupon it begins to slowly open. The chamber beyond is a large circular domed room. In the center is a great circular stone table around which has been positioned 7 chairs. This would be currently each of them are empty. But you surmise that this would be where the Council of 7 will be meeting you.
Well then. We don't get seats.
You do not get seats. In fact, you are led over to one side of the table, while a number of attendants take the 7 chairs and sort of shift them over onto the other side. This is clearly not going to be a meeting for a conversation between them. All of their attention is going to be directly upon you.
All right.
You're left standing for several minutes as the great doors close, leaving you with naught but the sounds of the various attendants skittering across the floor, and your own breathing. Brisket shuffles back and forth. What do you do?
Cross my arms
wait.
and wait.
Very active.
I don't really have anything to say, I suppose.
Yo, Frisket, you got any tips and tricks?
The most reasonable member of the council would be Vordrat the Dispassionate. Or rather, Vordrat the Dispassionate One.
Oh.
He is cerebral. And will listen to your to you and reply to it in a most rational but still fairly compassionate way.
Before we meet, I suppose did we ask what we should not do in front of these particular individuals?
Kasumi starts clapping with joy. That is the smartest thing Pathfinder has ever said.
I mean,
actually, that is a very good question.
Yeah.
No, that was sincere. It was completely sincere.
Oh, okay. Don't really want to
a little patronizing, but
don't really want to offend them, I suppose. Especially given the well, I don't really feel like fighting here.
Yes, wise question. Do not draw your weapon. That would be an excellent idea. Though your having it is not a... Well, yes, actually, that's... You... The guards didn't stop you.
The
Things
fools.
go through Brisket's head.
What if we
Before he-
volunteer to give up our weapons?
Yes, right now. He snaps rapidly and calls a attendant over.
Make it a point that we are volunteering to do it, not that we're being told.
The surface delegation wishes to secure their weapons elsewhere so that they do not offend the council. The other Skitterkin looks at Frisket in utter confusion. Frisket realizes that he just spoke to the Skitterkin in Hadanese and then repeats himself in the Skitter speech tongue.
Nice.
A few moments later, the Skitterkin is collecting your weapons from you.
Be very careful. I love this weapon.
Luckily, a number of you don't need weapons.
No.
So in the end, he only has the katana and the nodachi, and the rest of you are unarmed anyway.
I guess we turn in Pow as well, since she's a living weapon.
I put Pow on the table.
The Skitterkin goes and places the weapons on the table on the side that the council will be sitting at. That was a wise observation.
Hmm. Any particular? I suppose any particular. I suppose you'd be translating for us, but still, as not to even bring it up. Is there any particular words we should avoid?
But
I assume you don't like being called rats.
Yes, that would be rude, but more so, one of the each of the Skitterkin are clerics. One of them will cast tongues as a matter of course in order to communicate. And the nature of this table is one that it amplifies that specific spell to affect all in this chamber.
hey, before we go
Translation
any
will not be an issue.
before we go any further, did I sleight of hand my wakizashi and hide it away on my person just in case, or
What?
should I give that
No.
away too?
You should give it away.
All
You
right,
have enough
yeah.
people who can defend you.
I put it away with the other one.
Yeah,
Let's
you've
see
seen
how
what I
it
can do with these hands when I'm
And also,
holding.
you have a fire sword.
Yeah. But I mean, I could have a wakizashi and a fire sword.
Plus, you
You-
can turn invisible.
The wakizashi is also brought over to the table. It would be very wise of you to, excuse me.
Also, I put my bow in my shirt. Oh, I don't have my bow with me. I put my shurikens there. A bag of shurikens.
You basically drop an entire store. Yes, we
Yeah,
get it.
Yes,
Fucking.
I have a lot of stuff
Sada.
on me.
Is that it? Do you have anything else?
Let me check. I can start going through my pockets.
Oh, I got your nose.
No, I've got my nose right here, and I pointed it. Let me see. No, I think we're good.
There has to be a race out there where if you do that to them, they're like it's fucked up.
Minotaurs find it a grievous insult.
The
and will
Iterans.
immediately attempt to kill you.
Yeah, I imagine the Iterons are like, what? I have a nose again?
No,
Oh.
Iterans are
Yes.
quite aware of the fact that they do not have noses.
Damn.
What if
Fucking
what if they built a
creatures.
nose on themselves?
Yep.
And you actually took it off with like a sword or something.
Checkmate, libs.
Anyway, it would be best to avoid mentioning your close relationship with the dwarfs.
Oh yeah.
They are not well liked by my people, nor are
Fair
we
enough.
well liked by theirs. So for the time being, that the fact that we may interact in the future should remain unspoken.
All right.
There is the sound of a bell, and Brisket turns towards a different aperture that would lead into the circular chamber. One of the, not the main doors, but one of the smaller ones that lie on across the room from you. The 7 begin to arrive. No need to bow, but be reflective and
Courteous.
Yes, courteous. In Skitter speech, I think the closest translation would be fearful. Yes. Respectively fearful.
Hmm.
The door is open.
Should I be fearful or should I be fearful of them?
Of them.
Oh, okay.
Or at least give the appearance. That's how I like to be treated. Don't put on. Just don't make eye contact and be quiet.
Okay.
If you do make eye contact, shift away very quickly.
Okay.
And Frisket quiets down himself as the doors open, revealing a Skitterkin woman in crimson robes. She's actually the best dressed Skitterkin that you've seen in quite some time. Since arriving in the city, her robes are immaculate and flowing. You're unable to even see her feet move beneath them. They ensconce her person so thoroughly
How frightfully stylish.
that she is albino. Her shockingly white fur and pink eyes showing beneath the shadows of her hood. She approaches the table, clutching a staff that appears to have been made from the spine and skull of a Skitterkin.
Oh.
Neat.
Huh.
It's fucking metal.
I lean over to Riska and I ask if it is customary / respectful to bow.
He said no.
Do
Oh.
not bow.
Sorry.
Just don't make eye contact.
No, that's fine. I just missed it.
would
That was
not-
out of character.
Hey, Brisket.
What?
Does that skull belong?
What?
The skull.
What about it?
Who does it belong?
I have no idea. I've never asked. Anyway, as she reaches her chair and begins to sit down, one of the Skitterkin attendants intones solemnly something in Skitterkin. The Skitterkin in red looks like she remembers something and casts a spell, which causes the table to vibrate suddenly, and there seems to be a puff through the air. She then turns back towards the Skitterkin's attendant that had made the solemn intonation and asks him in seemingly in perfect Hatanese, "Please announce me again. The spell had not been cast. They could not understand." She then turns back towards you as the Skitterkin repeats himself, "Barigra the Pale, Chief Priestess of Crypta, Lady of the Final Journey."
Oh.
At which point, there is another gong. As The doors open once more, revealing a Skitterkin in gray robes, terribly singed. He carries no weapon, carries no staff. He merely himself and his own intimidating visage. Despite being a mere 3.5 feet tall, the Skitterkin is quite the frightening figure as he approaches forward, revealing that the flesh from the right side of his face has been so severely burned that the skull beneath is quite visible in places.
Dang.
The eye on that side is opaque and clearly blind, while the other snaps towards each of you in turn as he appraises your presence. He takes the seat to the right of Barigra as the attendant announces, "Theterit of the dreaded third knell,
Third.
priest of Zars, and knower and speaker of things unknown and unspoken."
Priest of Zars is such a cool fucking title. Oh my god. This is fucking metal. Alright. It's alright.
Have you read
Not at
about
all.
SARS?
He was Jake's character in the Evil One show we did.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
And he was a goblin alchemist, and he killed all of our characters. But then he got
Killed our
enslaved.
sisters.
Then he got enslaved by Sister Turksy. So hey, jokes
Now
on
he's
him.
Turkey's immortal, idiot, insane supercomputer.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'm a computer.
Hey, I'm computing here.
There's a bell. Once more, the doors open, and a somber-looking rat, old, has a bit of a neck waddle, clutching a simple wooden staff and wearing simple brown robes with a rope sash around the middle, begins to approach. He takes the central seat of the council, slowly lowering him into it with the audible clicking of his back as the announcer gives his name as Wardrat, the Dispassionate One, Chief Friar of Silva. There are no other titles. Vordrat nods sagaciously at his own humility.
His other title, the one without titles.
Indeed. The gong, the bell sounds again, and the doors open. This time revealing a much more imposing figure than Vordrat. This Skitterkin is dressed in armor, a great heavy breastplate, as well as a crown of twisted metal that, upon closer inspection, appears to be the warped manacles that have been twisted together in order to form headgear. Draping from her breastplate is a skirt of various chains, and she holds in her hand a frightening-looking three-pronged rancer. She approaches haughtily, steps in front of her chair, and sits down upon it as if she is meant to be there, and let anyone try to take it from her. She has a nice answer for them. Gleerak, binder of despair. Lady of chains. Priestess of dusk. Goddess of tyranny. And the rat actually goes on like that for about a minute, giving voice to any number of titles to Gleerak as she sits there in her smug way, looking at you and also looking at the obvious boredom and discomfort of her fellow council members as they have to endure listening to her many accolades once more. Just as the last one is finishing, the bell sounds again. And the doors begin to open, but before they can finish, they are slammed open by the well-sinewed arms of a very large skitterkin, encroaching upon 4 feet tall. The hulking ratman stomps forward, pulling his chair out and before pulling it forward with barely restrained violence, growling out, "All right, get this over with! Where are the other 2? They have not yet been allowed to enter. We'll let them enter!" Yeah. Nril, representative of Vasksha, Worm Eater, priestess of Vudavast. That's enough! Just let the other 2 in. Yes. The bell sounds again. And entering through the door is a skitterkin. Well, at least most of a skitterkin. He hobbles forward, balancing on a staff made of metal and laden with all manner of measuring apparatuses. The the arm not clutching his staff, his left arm, has been entirely replaced by a mechanical prosthetic, as well as his right eye, which is a telescopic tubular-like oculus that continuously flits in different directions, wholly independent of his other biological eye, which currently appraises each of you in a twitchy, rather suspicious way. He shuffles forward as rapidly as he can, taking a seat next to Nril and propping up his staff next to him. Letting it go, it stands perfectly upright, as if it were balanced in by some mechanism within. And then finally, the bell sounds again. Well, actually, no, it does not sound again. The guy announces this mostly rat man as Deerit Cog, Cognator of Absissa. Yes, that is me, he says.
That's him.
As his mechanical eye starts snapping to each of you in turn,
I don't look
going
at them.
up and down the line, before it apparently loses interest and begins spinning in other directions.
You think you'd be pretty interested in the robot?
No.
Okay.
Well, while his mechanical eye has been zipping off into other directions, his biological one has actually alighted on what's his name?
Nietzsche.
Shunichi, thank you. and has stayed there. He does seem rather taken.
Oh,
Like, oh man, wait, can I be a robot?
or this is a crack ship waiting to happen.
And then
I'm sorry.
finally, the bell sounds again. The doors open, and the sound of laborious groaning emerge from the aperture as a small platoon of rats in purple robes begin to shuffle in. Their labor being to carry the reclining form of a rat so hideously obese that he resembles a more of a lump of melted wax than a actual living thing. Eventually, he is brought over to his final chair, into which he is ceremoniously deposited by his retainers. His body almost flowing into the seat and partially onto the table. A number of other Skitterkin follow in behind, carrying various plates and bowls that begin holding them just near him, so that he may, at his leisure, daintily pick out a mushroom or cave fish or whatever else they have produced for his consumption and consume it. Borkrit the Insatiable, Lord of Excess and Priest of Polonius, this is the Council of Crithelma.
Do they do oppose?
No, they do not.
Alright.
You may now make your pleas. The council says nothing.
Yeah.
All of them looking to you appraisingly and waiting for you to begin the meeting.
Alright, well then I guess I'll step forward. Say greetings. I am Sato Ryoto, the true heir of the surface of this island that we call Sarugu.
The council, a few of the council members blink at you, but make no indication of recognition or
Yes.
particular interest.
That's why I told them what exactly. Alright. Some time ago, what out of character, what was the name of the big evil rat thing, the guy again?
Leshnik.
Leshnik. Some time ago, while we were exploring area in our territory, we came across a cave and stumbled across the Skitterkin you referred to as Leshnik.
At this point, the Sylvan Vordrat pipes up and goes, "Yes, we had heard of his demise at the hands of a surface dweller. You are who is responsible?
Yes.
Then I believe the council owes you a token of appreciation. Yes, 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 yes." The other members of the council begrudgingly nod their heads.
I thought they were all just
Yes.
gonna start saying yes. There's just gonna be like a bunch of yeses for like 5 minutes.
Well, luckily for you, no. Yes. Our city is open for you to stay as long as you desire to make use of its many nice things. Yes, yes.
Thank you. But yes, during that time we met Lord of Brisket here. And he stayed with
Lordkeeper
us.
Brisket waves bashfully with his fingers.
Stayed with us for a time until well, we're here now. Hoping to discuss perhaps making some sort of alliance with your council and your people.
Vashksha, the worm eater, excuse me, not Vashksha's representative, Niril, rather, pipes up at this point. Alliance? Whatever would we need an alliance with you? What enemies would you help us fight?
Well, besides Leshnik, who's hopefully been dealt with, we did
Leshnik is dead. Thank you for that unrequested but convenient contribution to Krithamar's well-being.
There's also a strange mushroom hive mind we came across on our way down here. We're not sure what they might end up leading to, but
The council members momentarily whisper to their attendants before Vordrat speaks up again. We mushroom hive mind? As in Borkrit. Borkrit reaches down, grabs a mushroom from his plate and holds it up. As in that variety of mushroom?
more with more thought and more humanoid shapes, and also taking over organic beans and with mushrooms and controlling them.
Fungus.
Am I muted? No.
No, you're not.
All right. Well, at this point, do people? I'm sorry. Do they stand up or do they speak whenever they please? Like, I don't know, like the protocol.
Oh, well, you're all standing currently.
Okay.
So you can speak.
Well, I step forward. I introduce myself as I'm Kasumi Makoto, the lead general of the armies of the service dwellers of the Kingdom of Sarugu. In terms of the fungus creature we speak of, we discovered it while we were traveling through to reach your people. It was actually surprisingly close to your kingdom. And while we were unfortunately too weary from travel to deal with at the time, we would be happy to go and deal with the problem before it becomes a problem for your people. And I would suggest that we do that as a token of our goodwill, and I kind of atone this to Sada more so than them.
A nod.
To express that we wish peaceful relations between our two great kingdoms.
Are you saying that we're not capable of defeating a bunch of fungus by ourselves?
Peace. Drill.
I believe
They
that
offer aid out of their own volition. It is not an insult. Please continue.
I believe that your people are more than capable of handling it, but consider it a token of kindness to express our good intentions. We would not wish to just leave it to your people to potentially come to harm for something that we discovered.
Kindness! Thiterate of the dreaded Third Nell suddenly speaks, leaping up onto the table, his burnt features twisting into a rictus of displeasure. Kindness!
Yes, kindness.
I'm utterly unfazed by
this. What kindness could you for us?
Boy, I cannot wait for you to move into your own place. The people living around you are gonna think you're fucking crazy.
Out of my mind. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to have to get like a soundproofed box just to put around myself while DMing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And besides that, I believe, besides an alliance of sorts,
This
I
is when
believe
you bring out the
there's
cheese.
trade that could be beneficial for both of us. Resources you have and resources that we have that will be out of the reach of our usual reaches. Considering the the vast vertical distance between us.
What variety of trade?
I come forward.
Oh.
I pull out a cheese.
You have cheese?
Oh my god.
Wait, maybe Tatsu brought some cheese in on Batbear snuck some.
Can we not?
Yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, they probably already have something akin to cheese. It would be like, oh yeah, you know what? No, I'll work into it. What my compatriot Bat Buyer here is trying to intimate is that we have, in the simplest of terms, we have access to foods that you might not have had before.
Yeah,
that
very
could-
very many fine artisanal goods.
What is that?
Here, Batbear, let him try it out.
Borkrit, the insatiable, is leaning forward, causing more of his self to spill over onto the surface of the table as he tries to get his nose closer to this sample that you are holding out.
I put it on the table. Wait, I ask, am I allowed to put this on the table?
It's too far to reach. Bring it over here.
Just go hand it down directly, Bat Buyer.
I come over and I try to give it to him.
He takes it,
Okay,
smells it,
okay,
and then he pops it in his mouth,
okay.
eats it, swallows. Rub more of this.
In a variety
Yep.
of flavors that you could only dream of.
Opening up trade with us would give you access to very much the entire world's worth of cheeses, as well as various other foods.
You
You
have
could get
a
just
world's worth of foods.
Yes.
we could have food brought from Ardania, from the Dumadine Empire, from places far and exotic.
These are places I am not familiar with.
Hey, I actually Tatsu's not here. Can I please have a messenger go speak to our chief cook and ask him to come join us?
Borkrit is about to say yes when Vordrat intervenes and goes,
Later.
So I'm trying to get his support sound.
Interesting. So, as I understand it, you bring offer of trade. I am unsure of what we might trade to you in return.
Well, with you being underground, I'm sure there's a vast multitude of mineral resources you've come to.
I will ask. I imagine with you underground, you have access to salts in a large quantity.
Then yeah, that would fall under minerals.
Yes, salt is... We have salt mines. Yes. You require salts?
That I know it might come to your surprise, but salt is very, very valuable on the surface. And it can serve as the foundation for now, I would think, in this deal.
Well, if those are the sort of things that you need, then yes, I can see where mutual trade could be beneficial for both. Yes.
There are additional things that we would hope to gain from your people. And that one thing that I in particular have thought of, the tunnels that these underground tunnels of your kingdom, it stretches throughout the majority of this land. You would say, like as far as the island, which I'm not sure if you have a concept of the size of the landmass that we
Yes.
live on.
Do you
But
know where you hit water, or
The Skitterkin look towards each other before.
I know
Vordred.
Vriska told me that that originally your people came through here through the great underground highways where they ended up getting sealed off eventually.
Yes, yes, it is not our desire to reveal the exact extent of Crithelmar's underground influence to you at
Of course.
this time.
my
Forgive the lack of, yes, of candor, of, not candor,
reticence.
well, yes, I'll forgive our reticence.
Well, I mean that makes sense though. We're the people who are coming to you. Like we are the ones who are seeking the deal. You could very well say no and go about your way, and you could live as you were before. On the surface, we are currently engaged in a war, and while I would not ask you to endanger your people unduly for a cause that is not your own, my point in asking about your lands was the hope of moving troops through them in order to surprise our enemies.
You wish to use our tunnels. I see. Yes.
In exchange for protection, your own sovereignty, you would be able to. You of course are your own nation. We would not infringe upon that, and trade. We would keep the other surface dwellers from encroaching on your lands, as they could very well eventually do through mining. And in exchange, all we would ask is you work with us and let us move our men through where you live.
This is. What is that?
What?
The Dirat Cog's, both of Dirat Cog's eyes have focused on Shunichi's person at this point, and he's pointing
you
directly
guys
at
you guys wouldn't have seen. This is Shunichi. He's an Eteron.
Explain Shunichi and Iteron.
Eterons are a race of people on a roll who came into being around 84 years ago.
Maybe we should let Shunichi speak for himself.
Shunichi. You probably explain it better than I can.
I was once a human monk, but upon my near death, a friend was able to convert my soul, or not convert, but transfer my soul from my dying biological form into this mechanical one. In this, I have become closer to my deity Silva. Vordred looks on approvingly, and can now continue to contemplate his mysteries without the interference of pain and the odd physiological distraction.
You can transfer souls to metal?
Yeah. Silva and Absissa were originally Eterons before they ascended to godhood.
What?
Yeah. I guess you guys don't know the entire story, do you?
The gods were not, well, the current gods appeared to us 80 years ago after presumably overthrowing the previous gods and slaughtering them all.
What?
Actually, there was basically 80 years ago there was this terrible beast known as the Beast That Rides that was going to eat the world. So all the old gods tried to fight him off, and well, it didn't end very well for them. So after that, but fortunately the this group, referred to as the Chamis Ardanian, managed to defeat the beast, and after doing so, they ascended to godhood.
And that is who we worship?
Yes.
We worship for Memorial.
Who knows if this is true?
I suppose none of us.
Well,
They do.
There's a couple of exceptions, like Cryptus has been around since the beginning, as I'm sure you know.
Barigra nods sagaciously, the only acknowledgement of anything you have said or done since you have arrived by her.
Acromentus, and Sir Turkses was around before, and Acromentus was in the V shortly before, and Polonius shortly after. And SARS as well, from what I know.
Interesting. Yes. So to conclude,
Yes.
your entreaty is for us to guide you truly, because you would simply be stumbling in the dark if we did not, through our tunnels, so that you can use them for military capacity. Would this not make us a target for your enemies?
I'll leave that one to Kasumi, considering she's the general.
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again? I need to think it through.
Would not the use of our tunnels by your soldiers make us a target by your enemies, as we would have to allow it and also guide you through?
Well, that is true, and a good point. However, what I had thought of was, instead of, say, foolishly letting us be seen at a spot where they could surmise how we got there, I pull out a map of Surugu, and I point out that I was hoping that we could check between our maps as well as maps of your own, or allow you to check them so as to maintain the secrecy of your tunnels. That we would be able to find locations that were advantageous to us, but also subtle enough that they would go unnoticed as to how they got there. If that makes sense.
Fordret nods.
And in exchange, we establish trade.
What?
Yes. We established trade, which would bring your people really unparalleled prosperity as compared to now. As well as we would guarantee protection of your people if there were a time when say, enemies of yours were to attack, or some sort of creature were to attack, we would readily volunteer our people to aid a dear friend.
Now, or when others might encroach from the surface by accident.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, what's up, Rita? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe changing servers?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, do that.
Server settings.
Put us on
US Central, I guess. Save. Okay.
Oh.
There we go. I changed servers. That's into it.
Thank you.
Yep.
That was weird.
But now is Jake able to connect?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm here.
There he is.
I'm
So
here.
Rita,
Yes.
did you miss a lot, or
I'm not sure how much I missed.
What was the
What
last
was the
thing you heard?
I don't know, but I think there was like a natural pause in dialogue, and then it just kept going, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
No.
So I have no idea.
Well, we basically they asked, like, what if we face reprisal for helping? What do they capture us? And I suggested that we allow them to cross-reference the maps that we have with the maps they have of their underground, so they could So while maintaining their own secrecy of their tunnels, which ensuring their own sovereignty, they are able to find us places that are advantageous but subtle and not easily tracked.
I see.
This will require consideration. I will put it now to the council to ask you questions. Theterit, what would you ask of them? Theterit locks his good eye on you and goes...
This is the Czar's one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the answer to 3?
3.
3?
3? Let me
Is that
say.
just the question is 3?
I roll an intelligence roll. What's the answer to 3?
Sada, you think about it really hard, and now you're confused. Roll a D100.
Oh no.
I believe that's do nothing but babble incoherently. So you're basically doing the Midoriya thing where you're just muttering, trying to figure it out.
What's
Oh,
the answer to
hell
3?
yeah.
3.
I am big in this. I love Czars. He's so fun. Just weird cryptograms all the time. All right, I think about the answer to 3. D100. $72.
72. If I'm not mistaken, that is deal yourself D8 damage plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
Alright, so Kasumi slaps herself. Anyone else want to think about the answer to 3?
Can I do a wisdom instead of an intelligence?
Yes, you can.
Fuck yeah, maybe it's like a sweet cone or something.
Come on, roll a 1, baby.
Is it just a
Oh
wisdom
yeah, no
straight?
damage. Woo.
Okay.
Hmm.
Pow,
Mm-hmm.
consider it, and you think, huh.
Huh.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
the answer to 3 just be 3? If you think about it as an occasion, it's not an equation, but if you think about it as just math, 3 is 3, period.
Well, alright then. Is it 3?
I can't believe Pow invents calculus.
Theterit focuses his good eye on you and goes, "You
Yes.
Are not
Yep.
a fool.
Thanks.
No more questions.
All right then.
Barigra the Pale looks at each of you in turn before intoning, I have no questions to ask at this time. The sound of her voice reminds you of a cool breeze through a graveyard. She is clearly full of wisdom, but yet is surely unsettling. The Skitterkin, wrapped in armor and chains, looks at you all before going,
Do you have slaves to trade us?
No.
No.
These surface worlders are weak. Why should we help them? That is a consideration for our group, not for the question and answer session that we are at now, Glirak. All right. Could you get slaves to trade us? Specifically me.
No.
You want to be a slave? Wait.
No, he wants.
Oh, I
You
see.
want slaves.
I get it.
Thank you.
Do you want
Oh
slaves?
shit.
Wow.
I forgot what Sal specified their genders were.
Yep. Obviously, Pow wouldn't misgender a rat 'cause she's seeing the rat. And she wouldn't call them a rat because she's sensible.
Yeah.
It's just my fault.
Well, then what good are you?
None.
That's
Me personally? Oh, the rat's asking.
oh,
Damn.
that's not true. But the rat is asking specifically. What advantages do you bring to me?
Hey, about jump. That's not an advantage for him. She jumps real good. Just trust me. Jump. How does that help? Just fucking trust
I
me.
am waiting.
How does that help?
Wait,
How does-
what's the next question?
What?
I have asked how you will benefit me.
Which one is this again?
This is Gleerak, Binder of Despair.
Belongs to who the
Hmm.
best?
She is the priestess of Dask.
That's the torture one, right?
What
That
if
is
we
the
just send
tyranny,
all of our
actually.
prisoners underground to the rat land?
The
Rat jail.
That'd be awful.
I honestly,
That'd be awful.
No.
I
I'm
mean-
not neutral. I don't know if I care that much.
Oh,
Uh,
Pow's
well,
all
what are you interested in?
neutral. Mm.
Power,
Power?
obviously. Yes.
physical power.
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Just in general, over my enemies and over my friends, over everyone. That is the way of Dask. Now tell me, how does this alliance increase my power?
We could provide your people with weapons.
Interesting. This is what I required. This is actually helping me think about what you give me. Thank you for finally giving me useful information after
My eyes go on
much.
the back of my head.
How dare you? No more questions.
Oops.
I insisted on you jumping, Pow, and you didn't listen
he
to
should
me.
have
and now
just
look
jumped.
where we are.
Why? Why though?
I feel
Why did
like
you...
I feel like I've picked up on a pattern here. We've been able to solve like the particular demeanors of two of these leaders, one with cheese and the other with 3.
Why would the punishment one want a jump?
No,
She's
the
not the
punishment.
punishment one.
The
That
power
would.
Dask is like.
Dask is the goddess of tyranny and
Oh
slavery.
god,
Yeah.
I should have written this all down. There's so many rats. Okay.
Um,
I don't know.
and-
What a jump still. What a jump what
I don't know. You
it
jump
would-
good.
Okay, who's
yeah.
next?
No, but like regardless, she's done talking to us now. She'll want to talk to us later once she sees, the stuff we have.
Maybe I should have done an arm wrestling contest. I don't know.
Hear it?
God.
I wish to meet more of these Iterons. Where are they?
That we could hopefully arrange. We're there's a Interon settlement right outside of the town of Shugo.
Our
Shugo.
capital.
Yeah. Our
Very
capital.
good, interesting. Next question.
We could hopefully set up a meeting with them.
You say you'd give us weapons. Alright. How do we know they're better than what we have?
Hmm.
Um,
Can we get some comparisons here?
I actually, I request that they go and get Batbire's sword.
Well, it happens to be on the table in front of them, so Nril
Oh.
actually reaches over and grabs the blade that you point out. It's comically large for him, large skitterkin for though he be. And he draws it and examines it closely. These are the blades that you make on the surface.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, look, I have a second one.
We make them in a variety of sizes. Some are
that
large
one's-
like that.
That one's very large because he's very large, as you can see.
or we point at well, one of our other compatriots has a weapon that is, if you believe it, even larger than that.
Oh, you don't have to fucking like.
Yours is thin and large. Suru's is just large.
Yeah, Sewers is like the berserk sword.
Interesting. And what have you bent to your will to fight on your behalf, I wonder? Blades are one thing, but it's muscle that wields them.
Um,
Oh,
What
in terms of
is
races.
in your army?
I flex.
There you go.
He shrugs as if, alright.
Wait, is he?
But
No,
besides that, you're one that's not
Is-
an army.
is
Oh.
Vampire transformed right now?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
is currently a fiend.
I ask that they bear with me, and and is there suitable room for Vampire in here?
Oh yeah, the room is huge.
Okay, I stand Vampire in such a place where that if he transforms, he doesn't fucking break anything. And then I ask that Vampire take off the thing.
I take it off.
Alright. Batbear becomes the 10-foot tall antlered centaur that we all know and love.
Yeah.
The council backs up in their seat. This is the
continue.
type of warriors you have.
I also additionally, how familiar are you with my people, Undines? I would imagine not very much.
I don't know where an Undine is.
Okay. And I kind of raise a hand and I create a spike of pure ice that slowly rises out of it.
And you're indicative of what your country has to wield.
We have many groups of expertly trained humans at our disposal, as well as the Eterons making clockwork constructs. Unaffected.
Yes, we have an army of clockwork soldiers at our side as well.
No. Alright. Borkwood.
Yeah, I get that.
You got more of that yellow stuff.
What?
I asked that Tatsu be brought into the room, along with some supplies for which he can cook something with.
It'll take some time for Tatsu to get there, and
I firmly declare that it will be worth it.
maybe.
I mean, don't
No,
you want something
no.
more delicious?
Wait.
Just imagine it melted. That cheese, the yellow stuff you love, melted on some delicious bread or meat.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
He then belches loudly, takes a entire bowl, chugs it, gives it back to his attendant, and then points back to you and goes, "Tomorrow,
What?
not now. Later. We
And
have
then-
to think about what you've told us about, yes."
I would make one proposition, and that would be, as you deliberate, allow our chef to prepare you a feast.
You might also be interested in talking to our friend Shin. He's also a devout of Polonius.
That's it.
Interesting both. I'll appreciate the offer. Send him to this chamber. We'll take
Oh my
our
god.
dinner
Why did he
together
get so weirdly British?
and discuss.
Sounds. I desperately want to see what your face looks like as
I know.
as your
That's
course.
My
That was
chin
so
is
good.
basically inside of my chest.
It's worth the sacrifice.
Oh God.
It's really doing a number on my throat, actually.
Well, you could
I
stop
bet.
then.
At this point, it goes back to Vordran and goes, "Yes, we will discuss. Please, leave us for now. We
All right.
thank you for your time and for this
We thank you for your
most
time.
enlightening conversation."
All right. I guess we step out.
The great doors close behind you. As Brisket turns back to you and goes, "I think that went very well.
All right then. So
It's too bad that I'm still off the
yeah, maybe after
council."
this goes well, maybe they'll vote you back in because you brought us here.
Yeah, I mean, think of it that way. You've brought, if this succeeds, then you've brought tremendous wealth to your people.
Yes. Good show. Yes.
Anyway, maybe we should I don't know how long the deliberations will take, but maybe we should look into that fungus queen again.
I'd say we should wait until they actually ask us to.
Well, I guess in the meanwhile, let's look around Krithilmar.
Yeah.
Take in the culture.
We've made the offer. We don't want to seem like we're assuming that they're unable to handle it.
We should go and inform Tatsu if to come here to prepare them a meal.
That too.
Yes.
Yes. And then I can lead you to markets, yes.
Yeah.
Brisket does so. Tatsu is sent off. Do you want to send anyone with Tatsu?
Let's send Shin with Tatsu. And
Shin.
do you want to send any player characters with Tatsu?
What are you implying? Of course, I'll go with Tatsu.
Oh. All right.
You fool.
And what were you saying about Shin, Sals?
Shin is currently sleeping.
Oh, okay.
He is given strict orders not to awake him.
All right then.
So, all right. Tatsu heads off with Kasumi, and
I guess
now-
let's take Pascal with us to the markets. We're gonna have all the people go, "Whoa, that's a big dog, man." Also, there's a big horse, man.
yes.
Also, what's a horse and what's a dog?
Oh, that is true.
All right. Yes. Brisket leads the four of you then: Batfire, Pow, Sada, and Pascal.
Didn't you gonna hang out back at the temple?
He is.
All right.
He's past his meditation time. Brisket leads the four of you through the overway and into another large dome chamber, but the central portion of which has been given over clearly to merchants. All manner of Skitterkin are rushing about. In fact, you can barely see the floor for the massive Skitterkin that are just rushing about every which way, going to various stalls and looking at the various wares. Risk tells you that this place is quite safe, as far as you being threatened, and also, Skitterkin are, even if a Skitterkin of ill repute were in the area, they most likely would not be looking to tangle with such tall visitors who are both tall and strange. So, where do you get off to?
So, what points of interest are there in the market?
Well, there are many sorts of stalls, and also larger actual permanent structures into which that have actual doors and Skitterkin aren't just constantly swarming over. Unfortunately, the signs and such are all written in Skitter speech. So
Damn.
Actually,
What's Skitter's speech look like?
it's sort of like chicken scratch a little. It's actually like cuneiform.
Cool. All right then. Let's find some food stalls. Try out the local cuisine. I can't talk.
Cuisine.
Cuisine, yes. Try out some fried mushroom kebabs. I don't know.
Well, you do find your way to a food stall. They seem to be mostly in the center area. And Skitterkin are just scattering in front of you. Particularly due to Batfire. He is casting a 10-foot aura of Skitterkin do not enter around himself.
Oh.
Like they will occasionally, they're just like looking at you in awe.
Reflex.
Does anybody faint?
Yes. You find a stall, and you find that it is selling fried meat
Aha.
on sticks.
I ask Friska what kind of meat it is.
Frisket speaks to the gentleman, the Skitterkin gentleman that is behind the
gentle
stall.
Skitter.
Yes. Skitterman. And then replies, "It is cave lizard.
Interesting.
Great
Okay.
cave lizard is even better."
All right. I'm gonna try one of those great crave lizard kebabs then.
All right.
How much is it?
Well, the Skitter can have their own currency.
Hopefully, silver is still worth something to them.
Silver is silver,
Yes.
and yes, and in fact, copper is copper, and you're able to get a great Skitter kebab for a mere 10.
Excellent.
Well, not mere. That's a tenth of a silver piece, but still. Coin changes hands, and does everyone want a great lizard kebab?
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm sure I'm gonna have to roll Constitution.
No, you don't. So all in all, you spend the 40 copper pieces, and you find that it is very rubbery and tastes vaguely of oil.
Oh. Does it remind me of the fire lizard at all that I ate?
No, the
Oh.
fire lizard was good.
Oh.
This is bleh.
Alright.
It's very oily. Like it just like when you bite into it. It's runny. Once you get into the interior meat, it actually has a flavor of sort of it has a minty sort of aftertaste, but no
Oh.
actual flavor itself.
Weird.
Sucks.
Well then.
It's a delicacy, says Frisket.
We
This is
tried
like
it
Dragon Ball Super.
out.
Just Earth has all the good food, and everything else in the universe
What
sucks.
do you think? What do you think, Pascal?
I think that we have a big trade opportunity for foodstuffs.
We should check out the Temple of Tenka. Curious what all the buff rats look like. Whoa, Baffler, you okay?
Diva died.
I don't think I was ready for the phrase buff rat.
We gotta see it just once.
Gym rat. Yeah.
I was waiting for someone. Otherwise, I was gonna.
Oh boy.
Anyway, would you like to explore the marketplace anymore, though?
Sure. What other food stalls do they got?
They have various food stalls, but most are You're finding that Skitterkin food is actually kind of nah.
Eh.
It's
Hmm.
not thrilling, but it's not.
So yes, it seems this might be a very good trade opportunity.
Man, wait until we introduce them to cup ramen. It's gonna blow their fucking minds.
Anyway, what are the actual buildings and
Actually, though you do get a mushroom stew, and that is very good.
that's good.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Oops.
It-
First, I know mushrooms.
Yeah, it's kind of salty, and it's very mushroomly, obviously, and there isn't much besides mushrooms in it. But it is the mushroom flavor is quite. It's earthy but solid. It fills you up and makes you feel good.
Good. Anyway, I asked Frisket what some of the like closed off buildings are.
These are the more permanent merchants. They sell various things, such as, well, in most of Skitterkin, merchants sell a little bit of everything, really. It is not like on the surface where you have devoted stores.
Yeah,
There are Skitterkin that make things, and then those things eventually fall into the hands of the Skitterkin who sell them. So entering into any of them, you'll be likely to find something interesting.
let's go check out the nearest one then. See what's up.
All right. The door is about 5 feet tall and about 2 feet wide.
Huh.
Pascal is going to have an issue with this, much less Bad Bayar. So I think it's only Sada and Paulina that are actually going to get inside.
Yes.
And once inside, you find that the ceiling is not much taller than the door. You are hunched over in a room that smells heavily of, you think incense, but it's a little earthier. Brisket explains that it's mushroom incense.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
The proprietor is a Skitterkin who is wrapped in dark robes and a hood, and under which the only thing that emerges from underneath which is the very end of his snout and his nose.
I wave.
And he looks at you and says something in Skitter speech.
I look to Frisket.
Brisket says he has asked, "What are you buying?"
I roll a perception check to see if there's anything interesting around.
Ah, wise. Perhaps Paulina might like to also.
Why, sure. What
With her gigantic perception.
Gosh.
Ah.
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 Yoo-hoo.
Woohoo. Hee
Wow.
What?
Ooh. Well, Sada, you find actually a geode.
A geode?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a crystal structure that has formed on the interior of a hollow area. The Skitterkin explains that yes, those are quite common and are used for decoration down here.
Huh. How much for it?
That it's a particularly well-formed and well-purpled one, and he explains that he is willing to part with it for 50 silver.
All right. I'll buy it.
He thanks you kindly.
A souvenir.
Yes, you are now the proud owner of a geode bowl. It weighs 4 pounds.
All right.
Paulina,
Mhm.
root through some various detritus and bric-a-brac, occasionally just nudging things over with your finger when something glinting catches your eye.
Ooh.
You reach into the pile of various things, and would you roll a d6 for me, please?
Oh, how exciting. Sure. Wow, the best one.
Ooh. You find one of those gems, like what you had found earlier, the red ones like Suru used to make herself clearly stronger, while Kasumi became healthier looking. You
Hot
have
diggity dog.
found one that is purple.
Ooh.
Oh, the purple one makes you purple.
That one can disintegrate people, right? That's what that happens?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just instant. You use it, instant death.
Cool.
The Scarekin sees that you have picked that out, looks surprised that he even had that, and then through Brisket tells you that that is 10 gold pieces.
Dang. I don't remember what that translates to.
Would be 100 silver.
Oh. Oh, dang. I want to buy this very much.
And then maybe you should buy it.
I do buy it.
All right.
I buy it.
Mm.
Get out my little wallet.
You give him the coin. He takes it, bites each in turn.
It takes a very long time. This is 100 silver pieces.
Well, or 10 gold.
Oh, yeah.
And before he puts it away and nods at you. You are now holding a purple gem. It feels good in your hands.
I don't remember the word, but it was something really silly, wasn't it?
Yes, neither do I, unfortunately.
It's
It was like
the dwarven word for activate or some shit.
yeah,
It
but the
was.
word itself was something dumb, like crockpot or something. Like it was just a word.
Oh shit, crockpot, you said the word.
Oh wow, it works.
It might have been Crockpot.
I don't know.
We'll say it was Crockpot.
Cool. Great.
Until next time, we forget it again.
Mm-hmm.
No, now I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. You hold it close to your chest, Pow, and say Crockpot, and it disintegrates into your hands,
Whoops.
and you feel suddenly more confident.
Oh,
Oh,
confident.
what's that mean?
Yes. That means that Pow has gained 1 charisma point.
Oh,
what?
damn, that's pretty good.
Oh my god. Charisma of all things. Oh, well that still puts me at a -1.
Just
That's-
find some more powerful gems.
Oh, okay. So good though. I'm working my
12
way up.
purple gems later. Now it is I who am the face.
Oh man.
Oh no, we'll return, and then Cesario will have like 100 of those purple gems, and it'll absorb them all, and become like stronger than God.
He just like shits out the purple gems.
All right.
Oh, these the garbage.
All right then. Do I see? I'll roll another perception check to see if there's any interesting or Bapper I could get. Does
Let's
he
see.
fit in here?
Unfortunately, you don't see anything else in this store.
Everything is too small for his massive size.
Mm.
All right
I
then.
mean, you could get him something and ask him to try it on, and it'd be comical, but
I get Bapper a very tiny hat.
I put it on my antlers.
it just so it hangs off one.
Excellent.
All right. We'll hold there for a second.
Yes. Let's go see what Kasumi and Tatsu are.
Kasumi and Tatsu arrive at the large doors which open before them to find that the Council of Seven is now arranged equally around the table. They all glance at Tatsu and his rather arresting.
His smoldering looks.
Well, yes. His looks are so good they transcend species.
I lean over to Tatsu and say, like, look, I know you're fucking weird looking, but try not to make it too, like, jarring for them.
Tatsu just looks at you and goes, "I'm fabulous," and walks over to where the Skitterkin are gesturing to bring him towards the kitchens.
As Tatsu walks away, I watch him and I'm like, God, he is.
Another Skitterkin walks up to you and goes, "Are you going to be helping your incredible chef?" quote unquote.
I was intending to make sure that he observed proper politeness while here, but if either he needs my help or if you have any more questions, I will be in the kitchen, but I will not.
The
I have no
council is deliberating among themselves at this time, so it would be preferred
Yes.
if you would not wait in the same room with them.
Well,
can-
yes, of course. That's what I'm saying. I will stay in the kitchen. If
Yes.
you have need of me, I will be there.
Yes, good.
You can make purified water for Tatsu to boil.
That yes.
You can make that ramen with it.
Tatsu, and when you enter the kitchen, Tatsu has 4 Skitterkin, well, basically little, 4 Skitterkin helpers that are sort of standing around him, looking at his flaming hair.
Did they cast tongues in the kitchen?
Apparently it reaches in here, yes.
Oh, nice.
And he is currently holding his chin, looking at a pile of raw materials for cooking. There are various fishes, large amounts of mushrooms, some various cave things, funguses, those meats from earlier.
Got
Well,
those
that
cave
the other group
lizards.
had. And as you come in, he looks at you and goes, "There isn't too much in the way of spices here."
Do we have any
And-
remnants left from last night, or?
I have no idea what most of this is. Do you?
He looks straight at the camera.
No, he looks like a Sumi.
I mean, no, but you're a chef, aren't you supposed to like be able to like taste things to try to figure out like how they might be used?
Yep.
Well, I get tasting. I mean, I can try some stuff out too and describe them to you.
Okay, good. Taste this. And he throws you a chunk of white-looking meat. It's quite raw.
Whatever. I take a bite. I'm a hearty lass.
Assume he dies immediately.
Oh shit.
Then you roll fortitude save.
Yes, please, if you could. Alright, you bite into it. It's a little yucky, but it goes down, and you keep it down there. It's tasteless, but it's like it's like biting into a gelatin mold of meat.
Mm.
I describe it, and I suggest like, hey, we've got some spices still, right? We could probably use that.
Tatsu just looks at you, and then he points behind you towards a skillet that's on a range.
Is that all you got?
Cook it, then taste it. They're gonna be eating it cooked. Also, it's raw. What is wrong with you?
I'm not a cook. What is wrong with you? You just said taste it. You didn't tell me it had fucking anything to do with it. You just said, hey, taste this.
Hey, hey, Sal.
You're the cook.
This isn't sushi quality meats here. We're not going to be.
Don't know. I'm a fight girl, not a cook.
Hey, Sal.
That's obvious.
Can we stop the menacing cave music and put on like Fury Town music?
You know what? Yeah.
I've got the
grumble
Clock
as I-
Town theme ready to go.
All right. Sure. Go
If
ahead.
that's a good fit. I don't know. Oh,
I grumble
oh you
as
have
I
that town
go
music.
and do
That's
it.
good.
Ugh. Okay. Look, I'll cook it. You taste it. Tell me what it tastes like. Actually, I'll just taste. You know what? Just here. Take
No,
these and
that can help.
yes. No. You're going to. You take these and you take this knife and you chop them. And he gives you a pile of mushrooms about the size of his chest. It's just like a huge amount of mushrooms.
Is there like a mince or a dice, or you want me to like just real fine little chunks?
No, slice them like he takes them. He takes one and just like and just creates a whole bunch of perfectly spaced slices through one. You remove the stalk first and just the cap.
Okay, I can do that. All right, yeah, I do it.
Okay. He, in the meantime, begins to cook up the small amounts of the various different meats. Eats them. Occasionally goes, okay. He eats that gelatin mold meat that you tried and goes, "Puh."
Told you.
You ate that raw?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I feel all right.
Mm. And it goes. Eventually, he starts asking you to do different things. Tatsu is good in a kitchen, but he doesn't often work with help. And while usually he's a pretty cool and collected guy, he is clearly easily annoyed when people don't immediately respond to his instructions. Whether this be you, Kasumi, or one of the various Skitterkin. And by the time that you are getting prepared to serve this meal, he is quite flustered looking. The room has gotten quite hot, and the rats are now quite agitated and afeared of the two of you.
You think Kasumi could generate a natural air conditioning?
Can't. Yeah. Do you guys want me to make the room a little cooler for you?
No, I want you to take this, and he hands you a pot, which is filled with noodles. You're not sure how he made noodles out of the stuff that was down here, because you're sure you didn't see any sort of like grain stuffs or flour or anything. The only thing that he would have had were mushrooms. Somehow he
noodles.
might have used those.
Very finely cut and tied together.
No, chill those. They're a salad. After you're done, put those meats, once they're done frying, on top. 7 portions even. And you, what the? Goes chasing after one of the other Skitterkin.
Yeah. Yes, chef. I
You
kind
do
of
notice
look.
that Tatsu, besides doing that, he moves very easily though through the kitchen. It's with a certain fluidity and grace, usually that you only see in like a dancer or a particular fighter.
Me.
This is his element. He's clearly very good at it. Frustrated though he may become.
Yeah. Well, hey, he's like a monk of the walk.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah.
In the end, the servers bring out your various foods, and Tatsu and you stand together with the various Skitterkin who had been helping you as the Council of Seven begins to bite into their meals. And after a couple moments of nodding, and eventually all of them, from the most reserved to the most violent, turn to the two of you and go, it's very good. Borkrit, in particular, raises a finger towards the two of you and go,
Do it, sir.
this is worth looking into.
Pardon? Could you repeat that, Sal's?
No.
Oh. All right.
I. Yeah. Alright. At which point he takes the bowl of mushroom and various cave meat stew and just starts drinking it.
Just drinking all the
serving
broth.
bowl, I should say, not the actual bowl that he was given. The rest of the council looks a little disappointed, but they appreciate you. They appreciate it and gesture for you that you may leave. The doors slam behind you and Tatsu as he falls sort of back into it and wipes off his brow and goes, well, I want to go home. I think the food down here sucks, and that was a pretty miserable experience.
You did a good job. Like,
Thanks.
they were all really impressed with it. That's what we're here for. You're changing the hearts and minds.
Minds and
Right now,
hearts.
you're as integral to this whole thing as I am.
All right.
Much more than Batfire.
Hey, Batfire was the one who snuck some cheese from last night's meal and brought it.
You're pretty good in the kitchen too.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Yeah, but you know, being coached, you're pretty good.
Except
Could
for
be
that,
good.
except for that time you just bit right into the raw meat.
Yeah, don't like bite into weird, unknown raw meat in general. That's a really good way of getting sick.
I don't know. I just took the order very seriously. I'm very direct about things.
Literally. Anyway,
Yeah.
I want to go back to the temple and lie down.
That's fair. I'm pretty tired too.
Cool.
Wait, you're a fire person. That's not how that works.
What? Oh, it's just a. Oh my god, you are insufferable.
And Star Wipe.
Mm.
All right.
Meanwhile, back
Us.
in the market, Sada and Paulina, you exit.
Yes.
To blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Pascal and Batbear meet you outside.
Okay.
Pascal looks at you, Paulina, and goes, "Did you do something with your
Something?
something?"
Pow flashes a winning smile. Not that winning, but more so than usual. Her teeth are so white.
Pascal smiles back in a sort of fluttery way.
Oh.
Marry him.
Oh my god.
Where'd that voice come from?
Oh my god, it's the piss ghost.
He followed you.
This ghost, no!
In this case, don't piss on him. Just marry him.
Then piss on him.
Oh god.
Ah,
The tuber.
Anyway. I asked Frisket if there's anything interesting in the market to see besides what we've gone around to see. What does he recommend?
Every store is like the other, in my opinion. But there is, of course, the secret store.
The secret store.
the store that sells secrets.
Wait.
It is.
Oh.
It's more of a attraction than anything else. They sell you something in a box. You open
Oh.
it and
Wow,
You get what you
I
get.
can't believe Sal's has introduced loot boxes to his campaign.
oh my god, it's true. You don't get them as rewards though. You can only purchase them.
All right. All right, let's go check out the secret store. Sounds interesting.
Oh yeah. The secret store is simply a stall that's built off one of the permanent buildings. The Skitterkin sees you approaching and chasing away all of his other customers as a result. And he looks up at you and goes, and says something in Skitter speech, which Brisket translates as, "Would you like a secret?"
Yes. A nod. How much is it per? How much is it?
He puts 4 boxes. They're small, about the size of a jewelry box, in front of you. And he asks for a silver piece.
All right, I give him a silver piece.
He says, "Thank you."
Good. All right, and I guess I should open the secret box.
Well, yes, but which one do you pick? The
I
first,
pick.
second, third, or the fourth?
Here's how I'll decide.
You do not have a D4 to roll, Sada. You must choose.
I roll a d4 in my mind.
That's not how it works.
Okay, I pick 2.
All right. Good. You open number 2 and find it to have a silver piece in it.
Well, for an investment, I guess.
Indeed. How nice.
let me put the one piece I took out back in.
Would anyone else like to buy a secret?
Sure, why not? How much is it again?
One
It
silver
is a
piece.
silver piece.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Apparently that's
Not
the
quite
sound
sure
that I
what
make.
that noise was, but anyway,
That's
would
the
you like the first, the third, or the fourth box?
I take the third box.
All right. The third box you open and find it to contain.
A gun.
Whoa.
No, not a gun.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a gun. No.
2 guns.
A real world modern gun.
Yes.
Yes.
An AK-47.
No. You instead find it to contain a dagger.
Oh,
A dagger gun.
I hold it up to the light.
It is a dagger. Skitter can make you would surmise. A little. It's rather more. It's almost more knife-like than a dagger, and its crossguard is quite small. But you could. It's clearly meant for someone to sequester upon their person and then stab someone to death with.
Oh, cool. As someone who is very good with daggers, I will keep this on my person.
Never know.
There's no
when I
one on
come in
this
use.
team who is better at daggers than me.
True.
It's a small dagger, by the way, so.
Now I imagine that like I'm holding it with like my index finger and thumb.
Yeah, it almost like that. It's like one of those really dainty butter knives.
That's kind of cute. Here you go, Sada.
Only much more deadly.
Yeah. Here you go.
Okay. This is a very. I can't even use
Wait.
this knife.
Skitterkin knife.
Could use it for cutting cheese.
I guess.
Oh, well then I take it back. I need my cheese cutting knife. No, you can have it.
You can have it.
The Skitterkin looks to you, Paulina.
Hmm.
Would you like to buy a secret?
She doesn't get a choice. I buy it for her.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Slaps down another silver
Bat
piece.
Fire slaps down a silver piece, and
A
Paulina, you
secret
get
present.
you get to pick either 1 or 4.
boxes.
Oh boy. One.
Time to choose,
Okay.
Mrs. Bao.
Misses.
What?
How
Oh,
presumptuous.
Bao is now married.
Yes.
Mrs. Powell was my mother. Please.
This would be like very weird.
You open the box and there's a wedding ring inside.
Ah!
Wow. I completely regret buying this secret.
All right, Paulina, you open the box and find a gem.
What? It's purple. Shit.
Wait, what?
What kind of gem?
Actually, it's orange.
Oh. Is it a
Oh.
magic one or is it just pretty?
Stick cloud
Oh.
trap.
No, it's the type that you had found.
Oh, wow.
And also, actually, you roll. You tell me what color it is.
Oh shit. Okay. What do I roll?
It's a D6.
Oh, so she gets to roll, but Sada can't.
Wow,
Yeah.
6 again. I'm great.
It wasn't orange. It is purple.
Wow.
What does purple do again?
It's charisma.
Yeah.
It's a
It's-
flat +1 to charisma.
That means that
That's
means
actually really good.
that means
That's-
Rita will,
yeah,
now,
that's an
will no
attribute.
longer have a -1 in charisma. She used.
You're now more charismatic than Batbyar, who is, I believe, at. Let me look.
Wait, doesn't that just put me at 10?
Yeah. So
Because I
if
was
you-
at 8 and then I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at it. Yeah, I'm at an 8 with a.
So I'm
modifier.
I've got 0 modifier.
Yeah.
It's still.
Hooray!
Yay! You're more charismatic than Batbyar.
Yay!
Hey. When Pow smiles, there's an extra shine that wasn't there before. A tooth filled in a
A
missing.
little twinkle.
Yeah. Where there wasn't a tooth, there is now.
Oh.
Where did it come from?
Anyway.
Where'd it go?
Con-Eye Joe is right here.
Pow, I presume you use it?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, you use it. You feel more confident again.
Wow.
After the feeling fades, you still have a feeling of self-satisfaction. You notice that Pascal is giving you the confused dog look, though.
They're magic.
Ah. Oh. Yeah.
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 Huh.
Anyway.
And thank you, Papa. Papa.
You're welcome.
Finally, the Scarekin asks Pascal if he would like a secret.
Pascal's is the wedding ring, but he doesn't tell us until later when he's on his knees proposing to Pow at the end of the
My
campaign.
goodness.
All right. Pascal puts the silver piece down and receives his box. And he opens it, revealing a gold piece.
Huh.
Which he takes. And you- All right. And he puts it in his pocket.
All right then.
Yes,
good
this is
secret,
the-
good secret
the
store,
store.
secret store visit. All right. Now
Now,
then,
you said you wanted to visit a temple?
yes, we should. Let's go see how the temples are here. I'm curious.
They are scattered.
So we don't
What's
have
the
any. You don't-
specific one you desired, though?
How about I look at Pascal and Batbear. The Temple of a Ten Cat.
Alright, follow me.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, cool. I was looking to get a workout in.
I can't wait to see what
I gotta.
the likeness.
I gotta see it.
All right. Brisket leads you elsewhere outside the market and down a side passage into a relatively modest looking door into a side chamber of one of the main hallways. And he knocks on it several times. There is a moment. He knocks on a couple more times until you hear a voice in Skitterkin from within. And then the door opens slowly, revealing a old Skitterkin lady. She is wearing a pink sort of dress with a equally pink head wrap, and she looks up at you with squinted eyes at the 4 tall people, and then she says something to Brisket, and Brisket says something back to her, and she goes,
Oh, visitors! Welcome to the Temple of our 10 Cat. Please follow me. We are open
like an
to
old lady?
all.
Yes.
She really buff?
she could kick your
She
ass.
ripped.
No, not,
doesn't
well, not
look
that
like
you can
it.
tell. Her dress is really quite voluminous.
Yeah, it'll be like
Awesome.
we're at the end of the game, and then she shows up and she rips his dress off, and she Senator Armstrong.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
She leads you inside, and you find apparently a temple of Atanked, but it's very quiet. It's quiet and quite deserted. At the far end is a statue, as you suspect that there would be, of a particularly hulkingly muscular Skitterkin flexing one of his titanic arms towards the heavens. But otherwise, besides what you would find in the requisite temple of Atenket, the various places for the perfection of crafts and exercise, there's no one here.
Huh. Where is everybody?
Oh,
Also, the old lady.
temple has not been popular since, well, a long time.
Dang.
The temple of Dusk
Ah, I see.
is not a fond of our temple and discourages attendance with beatings.
Oh,
Oh well,
that's not
well.
good.
but since I haven't had to tend to people coming and using the temple, I've been able to focus on perfecting my own area of expertise.
Oh.
What's your area? Speaking common?
Knitting!
Oh.
Oh.
And she pulls out a pair of knitting needles, and she pulls out her latest work, which is apparently a scale tapestry of Logos.
Oh.
Incredible detail. And she just starts knitting.
Where's she learn to speak Hadanese? Presume she speaks. That's.
Oh, there are many books down here.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Even Lawkeeper Brisket, I didn't think speaks all the languages I do. But you see, my first area of perfection that I desired for myself was to learn every language in the world.
Whoa. So you know all of them?
I have no idea. I know all of the ones I was able to collect.
Probably more than
So
I
you
know.
must be from the surface then.
Yes.
No.
That's us.
Ah, yes, I heard that you were coming. So I knitted you these sweaters. But I think I
Thank you.
underestimated the scale of the surface dwellers.
No, watch. I have a magic trick for you, lady that I like. I put on my medallion. Wait,
Alright. Roll D100.
Hopefully they become small. Not
Tiny
even larger.
halfling.
Gnome.
Oh, buff gnome.
Buff gnome.
I do it for you, lady. 92.
Uh-oh.
That's that. You actually turn into a huge creature now.
Whoop, it's a giant.
Oh no, you're a dragon. Now look
just put the sweater around my neck.
It's a scarf now.
Look, when an old lady makes you a sweater, you fucking make sure you can wear it. It's adorable.
Can't find the big. Where is it?
If you can't find it, you have to look at your surroundings and pick something. Table.
Yes, you turn into a table.
No!
2 tables. 2 dogs.
God damn it. Oh, here it is. 94? Oh. Well then. You shrink. Tremendously.
Yes. What?
Until you are a 1.5 feet. Which is still pretty tall for a gnome.
Hey,
Hey, it's
A very wide
me,
gnome.
Mario.
I'm a Batman.
Oh, let's not use that voice.
No.
Oh, why not?
Mickey
Isn't that
Mouse.
You're able to act. She claps her hand with glee as she gives you the sweater. It still doesn't really fit. It's really tight across the chest and arms.
But it really
you get it
defines your
on,
muscles.
Kinda. The rest of you are able to sort of. Pascal puts it on one of his arms. Pascal also looks at you and goes, I don't think this is right.
Hmm.
Why isn't this council stopping the Dask worshippers from harassing Atenket worshippers?
Probably because the Dask priestess is on the council, and the Atenket priestess isn't.
Which is me.
Yes, it is. No, it's me. You are Sadarudo.
Wait, how'd you know my name?
I have no idea.
Wait, you sound really familiar. And I reach down and pull off her mask and reveal it's the dumpling lady.
You've stolen my dumplings for the last time!
Well, that sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know not how this situation might resolve itself. It might not.
Hmm.
But you have brought the winds of change upon you. I can smell them. Perhaps something will be different. It is time that we should return,
Says Brisket.
Alright then.
It has been
It was nice meeting you. I say to the priestess.
Oh yes, it was a very nice meeting you.
I wish for future prosperity for you.
I appreciate it. But do you not wish to ask my name?
Oh yeah. What is your
Damn
name?
rude.
Dang.
I am Creety.
Greedy. Alright then.
Yes. Creety the Mighty.
How tough are you?
Oh, back in my day, I was quite the tough cookie.
Mm-hmm. Not sagely.
Come.
Oh.
Let's go.
Alright.
Brisket leads you back to the Temple of Amiria. Whereupon you are allowed to eat. Tatsu is given some ingredients by the clergy, and with the spices that he did have with them here, is able to actually make a fairly good mushroom stew for you all. Sleep comes upon you quickly.
Gosh.
Find yourselves soon in the next day.
We're awakened by.
The final day
Fungus.
of the month.
Oh, it's the final day of the month? Jeez.
Yes, the 30th of Shintai.
How far into 81 AF are we?
About midway.
Ah.
And as you're eating breakfast, the Brisket comes in and tells you,
It is as I feared. The
What?
council members wish to have private meetings with you.
Oh. Alright then.
why do you fear that?
Because the time that they have arranged to have private meetings with you are all the same time.
What? It?
Exactly. With that bit of a conundrum, we will end the session for tonight.
Alright.
Oh,
I'm confused.
Yes.
Can we
The
send one
council-
person each to each meeting?
Essentially, that is what, as Brisket informs you, that is what the council intends for you to
Alright.
do. They're aware that you brought in a large party and they
Yes.
don't desire... They desire to split your strength for a time.
boy.
Well then,
For
I can
what
think
ends,
we should
do
have.
not know.
Wonder if we should have Shin meet up with the Polonius guy.
That'll be up for you to
I
decide.
guess, yeah. Be able to figure it
next
out.
session.
Yes.
I hope I don't fuck up.
We send
That's-
Bap there. Then we the crypta priest.
I tend to like these one-on-ones.
We do as well.
All right. So next time.
Yep.
Rat.
Next time on.
Next time we all meet with a big rat that makes the rules.
You met with the big rat that makes all the rules.
When are we
Some
gonna
of the
meet
rules
the
anyway.
Rat King?
There's no Rat King.
Maybe there's a
Well,
secret
no.
rat king.
If anything, we killed the Rat King.
That's true. He was trying to be Rat King and you
Yeah.
murdered him.
Yeah.
The Rat Aspirant.
Maybe he'll come back though. Never know.
There are in fact two big rats that make rules on the council. One's bigger though.
And I guess I will stop the recording here.